In this video we'll be looking at the Magic Tunnel, one of our tips and tricks videos.
The Magic Tunnel is a little tunnel that allows you to put a question on the one side of an object. You then drag it through the tunnel and the answer appears on the other side as follows. That was a mathematics example. Here I have a language example. Here is an English example. I drag the question through the tunnel and the answer appears on the other side. We can use various objects to act as the tunnel. Here we have a hat, but we could have used a square or a rectangle. I'm taking the mathematics question through the tunnel and the answer appears on the other side. In this example we have a question, what three components are used to aid us in using a computer? When I drag it across, you will see we have the answers: screen, keyboard and mouse. Let's have a look and see how we can make these. I'm going to add a new page by clicking on the Add Page button. We then need two different sides of two different colors. The easiest way to make this is to go to our shapes and select a rectangle. Click on my shapes, select a rectangle, and then create a rectangle through the middle of the page. In order to have the same size, I'm going to right click on my rectangle and clone it, and then drag my new clone to the edge so that they line up. I'm going to go back to my first rectangle, click on it, and click on the properties above it so that I can change the colors. So let's go choose a red fill and a red line color. I'm then going to click on my second rectangle, back to the properties, and I'm going to click on the line color and the fill color. I now have two different sides. You can use anything to cover or make the tunnel with. So I'm going to go and just create a quick rectangle for time's sake, and that's what it's going to travel through. I need to fill that, so I'm going to go back to my fill tool, select the color I want to fill it with, and then click inside the shape. I now have two different colors and a tunnel that the question can travel through. The easiest way to make this is to simply start typing. I'm going to use a math question. I'm going to hold down the space bar so that I move across and leave a gap for where the answer will be. In this instance, I need 23 times 3 times 2 is 6 equals, and the answer for that is 138. Now, the trick for this is to create opposite colors. So the question will be the same color as the right hand side, so blue, and the answer will be the same color as the left hand side, red. So I simply double click on my text, hold my mouse down and drag over the question. Go back up to my properties where the colors are, and you will see down the bottom you have recent colors. This will help us because there is my blue that I want. For the answer, I double click and drag over the answer up to my properties, and there's the red that I used. Now you will see you have opposite colors. So when I drag them into the opposite side, they disappear. Now when I go and place it by my tunnel, you'll notice that the tunnel itself is actually behind the writing. Therefore, I need to click on the tunnel and bring it to the front. So I go to my tunnel and I right click, scroll down to the order and bring it to the front. Now you will see I can drag my question through and my answer appears on the other side. There is one more important point to remember here, and that is we need to lock down the other items. Just in case the students come up and accidentally brush against the tunnel, it reveals what's behind it. So we can go and select all the objects that we want and we can lock them down. There's two ways of doing this. You can go to the individual one, click on the drop down, go down and lock in place. You'll notice that at the end it says Control K. That is the shortcut key that you can use to lock objects in place. Another way of doing it is by holding your Control key, you can select all the objects you want to lock and then press Ctrl K. These are now locked and I cannot move it. There are some important points you will need to remember in order to make this trick work. They are, you will need two different colors. They should not be a gradient fill. The question needs to be the same as the color on the right hand side, and the answer needs to be the same color as the left hand side. You can use any solid, meaning it's got color in it and it's full, shape or picture for your tunnel. And finally, you will need to lock down, remember Ctrl K is a shortcut, any objects that you don't want to move during this trick.
Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the Technology Training Academy.